Can you hear a motherfucker or what?
Check your mic.
I don't hear you. Louder.
Hello.
Louder.
Hello. Y'all sound good. Oh,
all right.
I should have headphones.
You want to count us in?
3, 2, 1.
Holy sheep shit. Welcome to another episode of Necro Electric. It's a hot day again. We just got here. I'm Sean Skellington. This is my brown-nosing wife, Kylie.
Oh, no.
And our little crazy DJ over here, Susanna. And today we got a special fucking guest.
Special guest.
Miss Brittney Arnold. Did I say your name right?
Yes.
See, cool.
Hi, Brittney Arnold.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
I normally fuck them up.
Brittney Arnold.
What's our fucking theme?
Our theme today is mortality.
Mortality.
Whoa.
Mortal Kombat.
Which is a perfect fucking theme for our guest, because she is a funeral office manager and cosmetic specialist.
And that's some shit.
Skills.
Fucking worked it out, dude.
She knows her way around a dead person.
I do.
Yeah, so I'm all about that. So let's jump into those. Let's dissect what she does. And do you have a lot of like experience with dead bodies?
No.
No?
I've just been to a few funerals.
Open casket?
Yeah. And it's just creepy. I don't know how you do it. It's ballsy to be around that.
I've been to my two uncles, and they were both open casket.
Yeah.
And it
I've
was
only
weird.
been to one open casket, but
Really?
it's crazy.
They looked like so different.
Yeah. It looks
feel like
They kinda like-
peaceful.
Like a little melted.
Peaceful?
Yeah,
How was it peaceful?
just I don't know. I like working with the dead better than the living.
Really?
I understand why.
Yes, I hate it when I have coworkers there. Like I don't mind, having bodies everywhere and seeing them, touching them. I hate working with people, like living.
Did you want to do that, or was this something you fell into?
No, I really fell into it. Back in Phoenix, I worked for hospice, and so I kind of was living with them before they died, or working with them before they died.
Yeah.
And then, I found this job here after being through a couple of them, and I really like it.
So tell us a little bit about exactly what you do at your job.
Mostly, I work in the front office. I answer phones, the door, and then when we have a funeral, I'm the one who does their makeup, their hair, their nails, get them dressed. If they've got wounds and stuff on their face, I've got to cover them, fill them.
Fill them.
Yeah,
What does that mean?
like if
Like
there's
feel them? Or
Fill.
like
Fill.
fill them.
fill
Okay.
them. Fill them.
Stuff it.
Like, whoa, his face is cut.
What do you fill them with?
Like if they have a wound or something, there's this. It's really called wound filler. It's like a wax.
Really?
And yeah, I mix a little bit of that with some Vaseline, and I just kind of like
Lube them up.
And then
fill
put
it
the
in. I
makeup
put it
on
into
top?
their wound, and and then I put the makeup on the top.
Crazy.
Yeah. Same with their mouth. Sometimes when they die, like you close their mouth, but their lips don't close all the way. So I fill the lip gap with that same stuff.
Okay, so they're looking fly as they go into their open casket
Yeah.
ceremony.
It's their last party, I always say.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
I
You
want
help
them to
them
look
get
nice.
ready.
Yeah.
Do they ever do anything weird? Like, have you ever had one twitch or like
No twitching.
like fart
that
on
would
you?
be
Or
scary.
No twitching.
no like gases
A
or
lot
nothing?
of peeing. A lot of.
Peeing? That's crazy.
Oh,
I
yeah.
never thought about that.
Really?
What is it
Like,
called?
how fresh are these people?
Rigor mortis?
We like to embalm them within 24 hours of them dying. So, and then, they make noises sometimes if I move them. Like the rest of the air in their lungs gets
Yeah.
released when I pick them up or whatever.
You're like,
They just like,
Jeez.
that's crazy. Yeah. They're like,
That's crazy. I can't imagine. That would scare me.
Yeah. Have you ever gotten like a scare? A good scare?
The first time I heard a noise, I was terrified. I was like, okay, Granny, chill out.
like, is this fucker dead? Or?
Yeah.
She was like, okay.
And now I'm just like, oh, Granny, it's okay.
Do you ever have nightmares?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
You can just go ahead and slap makeup on some dead people and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I could do it.
Yeah.
So you'd say it is that your personality type, or has it numbed you?
I guess a little of both. Like I've been around a lot of dead people even before this job, and I don't know.
That's not ominous.
Death has never really bothered me.
Because you're a gangbanger, or because of the hospice kind of thing?
Gangbanger? I don't think she's a gangbanger.
She's wearing chains. You never know.
I'm from
She's
Phoenix,
throwing signs under the table.
She got the hoops. You never know, dude.
Oh yeah, she got the hoop.
Bigger than hoop. Just kidding.
Could be claiming East Side. You never know.
I don't know. I guess I'm numb to it now. I don't know. I can't even say I didn't used to be. When I first started, like, it was pretty easy. That sounds bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense if you were in like a hospice situation and people were croaking left and right
all the time.
So, do you have to use different kind of makeup on dead people? Like just regular makeup from Sephora is fine.
They make special makeup for dead people, but
Wow.
But you use Jeffree Star, right?
really actually, I really on myself, yes. On the bodies, I really like to use Mary Kay.
Shout out Mary Kay.
That's right. I have a Mary Kay lady come to the funeral home, and I'm like,
Yeah.
here's what I need, here's what I need, here's what I need, and she's like, I got you.
Oh,
Nice.
that's cool. That's how they get their cars and shit, right?
Yeah.
Off
Wow.
of people like you, I guess.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm always like, who buys enough makeup for them to get a van? Or
Right?
Yeah. So why
Now we
Mary
know.
Kay though?
That's just that's what they started having when I worked there. Like, that's what they had in their drawers.
just
So I've
works.
just continued to use it, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes
So-
there's special occasions where the family will want, like, blue eyeshadow or something.
They're like,
and I'll
give
have
us
to,
the
like,
Kardashian makeup.
Or, like,
Peacocking.
yes. Or, like, we want, like, coral lips. Like,
Yeah.
just this color. And I'll have to, like, go to the store to get something special. But most of the time it's just, like, you know, foundation, concealer, blush,
Yeah.
little contour. That's about it.
So do you do like their hair and their wardrobe too?
Yeah, the family brings in their clothes.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people don't know this. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you this. But unless they're really, really tiny enough for me to lift them, like
Yeah.
below 100 pounds, we actually cut up the back of their shirt and, like, slide it on this way and just, like, tuck it under. Because especially, like, if they're an autopsy, they've got a lot of incisions that you don't want to, like, bust open.
Right.
And it's
That
harder
makes
to
sense.
lift them, just to, like, lift their head out. And once they're embalmed, they're, like, rigid. So
Yeah.
you can't, like, lift their arms up like this to slide their shirt
They're all
on. So,
crusty,
Yeah.
Yeah.
stiff.
yeah.
So do you partake in the embalming process as well?
No.
No?
Nope, I'm not an embalmer.
Okay.
I've watched it done
You have?
hundreds of times. Yeah.
So you've watched them like make the incisions and everything and drain the Oh.
She's into taxidermy, so that's why she's getting all girl boner on it.
That's just I just can't imagine watching that happen to a person.
Yeah.
What about like cremation? Do you guys burn people up?
Our location, we offer it, but we don't do it at our location. We send them to the
Oh,
mortuary
okay.
in Waco. They do it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But you can watch it. I've been there. They have, oh my gosh, it's so big.
What do you mean, like they
Really?
welcome people in to come watch?
No,
Oh.
they actually do. If a family wants to watch their loved one get cremated, they have a
okay.
viewing room to, like,
Really?
watch them go into the furnace and, like, get closed in. And
Well, that's
That makes
dramatic.
sense, you know.
Yeah.
You don't want, you know, what if you pay for that urn and shit and you don't know
Yeah.
if it's the right ashes or
Right.
not?
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
True.
Could be a barbecue from last week.
yeah,
Oh, that's crazy.
yeah.
Has any creepy shit happen when you're just like chilling alone, like putting some makeup on?
Really, the only creepy shit that's happened to me is with living people. Like, just walking into the funeral home and, like, they want to go shower in our bathroom, or, like,
What?
yeah, they'll walk in and, like, ask
Like
me
customers
for money.
or homeless people?
No, just, like, homeless people, or, like, people from the VA that's right next door. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just, like, walk in and, like, ask me for money, or ask me for, you know,
Yeah, there's more danger there.
And I'm like, well, I can go buy you what you need. I had one guy yell at me because he's like, I'm a man, you don't trust me to give me money. And I was like, okay, I don't have cash on me, but I can take you to the store with my card and swipe it for the diapers you say you need for your baby.
Oh my god.
You didn't want to just give him your card?
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that one. You're right, yeah.
I've got gift cards all the time.
Yeah.
What about ghosts? Do you believe in ghosts?
I do. I haven't seen one at the funeral home. I think I have one following me. I named him Gerald.
You
Yeah.
named him?
Okay, what?
What does he do? Is he like your sidekick or is he scary?
No, he
or-
just likes to mess with stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he makes noises all the time. Like he loves my laundry room. I don't know if you guys believe in ghosts. I
Yes.
do. Okay.
Believer.
I've had a
I think
couple
we're all
experiences.
believers.
I
Yeah.
don't want to, but
Yeah, I named him Gerald. He's been following me since I was little. My parents swear that I was haunted when I was a kid even.
Really, your parents say that.
Mhm.
Why is that?
Well,
it wasn't just imaginary friend time or nothing?
No. Growing up, my parents were always super, like, security, secretive. Like, they want to have cameras and alarm systems on their house and, like, watch it. Like, they're so paranoid. And I feel like that's why I have such bad anxiety now. But
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
so, like, they had cameras and an alarm system. Anytime a window or a door would open, like, it would ring the fuck out of your ears. And when I was little, I was like 3 or 4 maybe. My parents kept hearing, like, once a week on a Wednesday at 3 a.m., like, the alarm would go off. And my dad would be like, okay, that's weird. And he would, like, get his fucking gun. Like, somebody just broke in the house. And my mom would go check on me, and my dad would, like, go turn off the alarm and check the house. Nobody was there, but, like, I would be, like, sleeping on the floor, and my window would be open in my bedroom. Yeah.
oh no.
And that happened every Wednesday for, like, a couple months, I think, at 3 a.m. Yeah.
He didn't put a camera on that window?
Yeah, I would have set a trap.
No, he only had him outside, which you'd think after all that stuff started happening, but he felt weird about having him inside, especially in his daughter's room.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
But
I probably would have put one on the outside looking at the window to see.
And my dad always said, he said, your room freaked me out when you were younger. Like if I would walk by your room in the hallway, like, I'd just get hairs on the back of my neck, stand up, and, like, goosebumps. Like, he hated walking into my room or by my room. He's like, I swear your room is haunted. And then it started following me. I'm like, I don't think it's my room. I think it's me.
Did you ever feel like possessed or anything like that? Yeah, because you never know.
No.
More of a drop dead Fred situation?
I feel like I can sense when death is coming, as weird as that sounds.
Really?
But, like, I
Like
get
for
this,
other people?
like, someone close to me. I don't know who it is, but, like, every time I get this weird feeling like someone close to me has died. Like,
Just
All right.
died or is going to.
Just not hang out with Brittney anymore.
Yeah.
no, like, it's happened, like, within a
She's
couple
not
months.
doing that.
No, I'm not doing
Or
it
is
on
she?
Not a
purpose.
murderer.
She's a
I
conduit.
just feel like even I
see you
told my
later,
boyfriend a couple years ago, I told him and I don't think he believed me. I was like, I get this feeling sometimes, and I have this feeling right now. And my grandpa died, like, 2 months later, and, like, I was sad and I cried a little bit, but, like, I was like, I kind of saw this
knew.
coming. Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah, when I was a little kid, we used to spend summers at my grandparents' house. They had, like, a big-ass house, but it was, like, real creaky, and, like, a lot of us lived there. But on, like, I think it was, like, Fridays or Thursdays, we'd all sit down in the living room and watch TV, and my Uncle Burl died. He was living in Sacramento, and they brought him there before he died, just to kind of be with family or whatever. But when he would go to the bathroom, he'd go upstairs, and then he's, like, old school, and he'd, like, take a piss or whatever, but then he would slam the toilet, like, the whole lid and everything, like, on the toilet.
I hate that
And
pet
then he would,
peeve.
and he'd, stomp around and walk back downstairs. Well, he died, and we were all watching TV, and there's, like, I had 12 cousins, so it was, like,
He died
it's like
upstairs.
Lollapalooza in our fucking living room.
He just
And-
died while he was peeing upstairs?
No.
Oh.
He died on the couch
Oh,
in his sleep.
okay.
But he was dead at this point, had been dead for like a week or so.
Oh.
And we were all just watching TV, and then we heard like some stomping around, and then we heard the fucking the toilet slam, right?
Okay.
And then all of us were like, We're like, what the fuck? Who's up there?
He's haunting you bitches.
You know?
Like, we're all right here. Like, who's up there?
I mean, we were all like, whoa, that's fucking crazy, because we did like a head count real quick. We're like,
Yeah.
everybody's fucking here. So then all the boys like sprinted upstairs. We like, looked in every fucking
No
room,
one's
but
there.
nothing.
Yeah.
So that was my
He
ghostly
was
experience.
letting you know that he was there. For sure.
Taking a
Did it
ghost
I
ever
piss.
definitely
Stop.
think they let you know that they're there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he ever go away? Like, did he ever stop?
Yeah, it was like the only time that
Oh.
shit ever happened.
Oh, okay.
And then they ended up moving after that. So
Oh, they did?
yeah.
Is
But
that,
was
I
in
wonder
California.
if they like told their realtor there's a ghost here.
Yeah, by the way.
It's
Don't you have
haunted.
to disclose if there was a death in your house?
Oh, yeah,
I
you
don't
do.
know.
Yes,
you
you
do,
do.
actually.
You do.
Yeah.
This
Even
was in the
natural
90s.
causes though?
I don't know.
I think it just has to be on record.
Yeah.
And, like, the realtor should let you know, but if they don't say
you're a
something,
realtor,
like, trying
let
to
us know.
sell you the house, yeah,
Yeah.
right?
And my
Call
grandparents
us.
they got a divorce when they moved. So I don't know how it all like played out. I
Turned
was
out.
Yeah.
a little kid. So.
Huh.
Man, that's crazy.
Do we have a second for a sponsor?
Yes, we do. This episode is brought to you by Dark and Dreary Clothing. Dark and Dreary is an edgy fashion and lifestyle brand that embraces great design and unsurpassed quality. Dark and Dreary has quickly gained a following amongst fans of occult, horror, punk rock, heavy metal, and all-around free thinkers and retailers worldwide without shoving a preachy, trendy, or political message down your throat. So buy the best, fuck the rest, darkanddrearyclothing.com.
Fuck yeah. All right, so back to the creepy shit.
Creepy. So, say you and I are like becoming friends. I haven't known you that long, but if you got the feeling that I was going to die, would you tell me?
I don't get it like on a specific person.
Oh, you don't? You
no,
just know
I just
someone.
like feel like someone in my life is going to die.
Because if you came to me one day and was like, "Bitch, you're gonna die,"
If
I think I might be like,
if I did
"Okay,
have
bye."
specific feelings, I would tell you. Like,
Okay.
Kylie, bitch, you gone.
"You gone, bye."
Like you're coming with me.
Yeah,
You're like, we're
I'm
gonna
gone first.
Make sure I look nice.
Have you had any near-death experiences?
I got in a car accident last year. That was pretty scary.
Oh.
How'd that go down?
My car I got hit by a semi-truck
Fuck.
Jesus.
in my driver's side door.
And here you
Damn.
are alive.
In this car, it was like $2,000
In that
away
car?
from being totaled. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they wrecked that car. I don't know how it wasn't totaled.
I would not even want the same car.
Yeah. My ribs were bruised, but like that was it.
Really?
Yeah, I was so scared though. I was shaking so
Oh, I
bad.
bet. That's
Other than
semi-truck.
that, yeah, I don't think so.
Happened on the highway or like in town?
No, it happened right over by where Toys R Us was.
Okay.
Like where that third lane opens up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the semi was in the center lane and I was passing on the outside lane and he was turning into Toys R Us from the center lane.
Oh.
And he like turned right into me and like I flew off of the road like into a ditch.
Damn.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Fucking
Your ghost
semi-drivers.
saved you. Your ghost.
Dude,
Yes,
the
thank you,
semi-truck-
Gerald.
Gerald.
Yeah.
Gerald the ghost.
Good job, Gerald.
Like, jeez.
What about you guys? Have you guys had any near-death shit?
Just me almost drowning
Yeah.
or getting like suffocated by my brother when we're playing around, like with the covers and stuff, and he wouldn't get off, and I was like starting to go.
Suffocate.
Yeah. I'm like, I got.
What about you?
Well, I've already said before after having Bane.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
was
yeah,
my
right.
near-death experience.
Yeah.
I've had like a bunch. I
Yeah, well,
had a
we know you have. I don't know how you're still alive.
Yeah.
I had a real scary one in Richmond. Do you guys know? You're not familiar with California, right?
Oh, Richmond's like the murder capital of the United States.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just on the other side of Oakland, near San Francisco. And I was staying out in was it?
Vallejo?
Not Vallejo, Santa Rosa. And I would have this chick like drive me to Richmond, which is the very
This
first
chick.
There's some chick.
some chick I was
some
with
Uber
before
is
her.
Always got some chick.
Some Uber driver.
Changing for cars. Some dude who used to drive me to
That's
Richmond.
better.
My friend.
Because Richmond was the first line to go to Fremont.
The BART line.
Yeah. And it was on the first station's on the street called Cutting Boulevard, which is like fucking Boys in the Hood shit, like all day,
Damn.
right? And this one particular night, I had been missing like work, so I had to go to work like the next day, and so they dropped me off at midnight, which is the last. BART stops at midnight. That's the last call for the last train. So I got there. It's already shady as fuck. I get into the BART thing, get onto the train. Nobody's there, right? I'm like, okay, cool. And then it's about ready to leave, and then a lady drags a trash can on, right?
No.
She starts
Trash
fucking.
can?
Yeah, it's a trash can.
I
Right?
already don't like this.
And no, she's like just a
This is
homeless
how
lady.
horror movies start.
Yeah.
She's like fucked up, right? And then I'm like, fucking, because there's always crazy homeless people on BART, so
Yeah.
you're kind of used to it. But I just didn't want her to delay it, right? And then security guard, the only security guard, comes in, grabs her, drags the trash can off, right?
Yeah.
And then I see 4 homies, like big ass fucking homie dudes, get onto the train, and they're like 2 cars up, and I'm like, all right, here we go. And then the
I would
security
have
guards.
just hid under the seat.
Or like,
The security guards they're leaving, right?
Like, ah.
And I don't know if you guys know this, but I used to have dreads back in the day. Right?
So I did know that. I
Bleach
did know
blonde
that. Yeah.
dreads.
Insert picture
I
here.
used to have dreads, right? I know, like, whatever. And one night, me and my buddies just shaved my fucking head, so my head was like bald, and I had a beard.
Okay.
And I'm chilling on this thing in Richmond, and I see these 4 homies, and they're like looking down the train, right? And they like keep doing this shit to me, right? And I'm like, fuck, here we go, dude. And then the security guard's gone. He's fucking with the homeless lady, and we're already starting to move. And I'm like, okay, whatever, you know. And we're going, and then they start coming from cart to cart. I'm like, all right, fuck, man. And then they get to me, and then they start talking a bunch of shit, like, oh, you got, what are you, fucking American History X, you know, fucking, like all this shit, right? And I always carry a butterfly knife with me at all times, right? And so I'm chilling there, and I'm not saying shit because I know they want a reaction out of me,
Yeah.
right? And then 2 sit in front of me, 2 sit behind me, right? And then I'm like 10 stops away from Fremont.
Such
So
small.
it's a long ride, dude. I'm like 40 minutes till I'm home, right? Till I'm on my stop. And all the way to Bayfair, which is about half an hour into it, I have fucking had to deal with these dudes.
Why didn't you just get off?
It was the last train.
You couldn't
I don't
move
care.
either.
I would have just
Try
got
to
off
move.
the train.
I had no options, you know what I mean? And I'm just sitting there, and the dudes are just talking mad shit, like just hella racist shit and all this stuff. And dude's like, "It's your last night to live, motherfucker!" Like,
They said that.
yeah, all this shit, right? And then I didn't say anything for like 6 stops, and then the dudes were like rustling around behind me, and it started to, you know, and they were like pushing my shoulders and shit,
Yeah.
and I'm like, all right, it's escalating, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And there's cameras and shit, and I'm like, all right, at any point in time, anybody can look, even the fucking conductor of the train
Yeah.
can look and be like, oh, there's some shit
Come
happening.
on, my
there.
head.
So then I just pulled my fucking butterfly knife out. I'm like, all right, dude, I know you guys are gonna you're gonna outnumber me.
But somebody's gonna get
One
hurt.
of you
Yeah.
is coming down with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? One of you's getting fucking stabbed. Which one's it gonna be? You guys gonna fucking talk, or are we gonna fucking do this? You know? And I'm doing this in front of the camera.
With
Because-
the knife. Yeah, trying to get them to see you
literally,
have a fucking
yeah,
knife.
literally, I'm pulling a fucking knife out. I'm
Pull the
raising,
train over.
I'm raising my voice. I'm fucking.
Help me!
I'm getting escalated, you know, in the hopes that if I do get shot or stabbed, at
Yeah.
least, you know, maybe they'll get me to the hospital in time, right?
Damn.
But they didn't do shit. They just kept talking shit, like, oh, you know,
Yeah.
fucking, you got a knife, you gonna use that shit, you know? And then they got to Bayfair and they finally fucking bailed. But that night I was
How
like,
scary.
yeah, I was like, all right, that one came pretty close.
Yeah,
I
I'd
thought.
be
Yeah.
like,
He got home and cried.
yeah, for real.
Well, just because like at BART, like people get shot at BART, people get stabbed at BART, like all the time.
Hell
So,
yeah, I would have pissed myself.
yeah, it was a fucked up sitch, but
Dude, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah, no more midnight trains.
but we still took one. Or it was almost midnight when we went last time.
When we were coming back from the concert that never happened.
Yeah, that turned into a wonderful date night, by the way.
Yes,
Aw.
it did, because I didn't let it ruin the evening.
Good girl, yes.
Kicked it
Get
at the Hard Rock, dude. That was fun.
But
Yeah, it was
I
fun.
remember in Rio, though, I got scared. We were constantly paranoid and in fear. 'Cause my husband's from Brazil, so we go and visit Brazil.
Yeah, people are always like robbing people, right?
Always robbing people
Really?
at
In
knife
Rio?
point, gun point, whatever. And we were on our way to go get groceries. And unfortunately, there's like a not really good like metro. There's only go so far and stuff. To get to like a good grocery store, you have to go really far.
Gotta huff it.
Yeah, so we got on this bus and we were in traffic. And then all of a sudden you hear people saying, put your windows out, put your windows up. And we're like, what the fuck? And Diego's like, oh, hell no. And I've never seen Diego in this mode. Like, he's a super chill person. But when, like, danger arises, this dude turns into, like, a RoboCop or something. Like, he's just, sit down, don't move. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Just, like, super protective. He's like, stay down. And I'm like, what? And then, the guy's, like, trying to bust into the bus.
Oh, shit.
There's those little flippy doors,
Yeah.
He's like trying to get in, so the guys start like blocking him out, and he has a knife, and he's like trying to jump.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and so one of the guys, along with Diego, like they were both just up because there was a bunch of ladies
stuck in traffic.
stuck in traffic
Gotcha.
this whole time. So this guy's like,
shit.
this is my chance,
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, they go in groups, like 5 of so many kids, or like a bunch of kids.
Oh my
and
God.
this guy, there was like maybe 2 people, so there wasn't a bunch of them with him. They just decided it was a good opportunity. Well, the guy pretended like he had a gun, and like that little dude just like took off running, and we're all like, oh shit, because it was scary because he's just trying to force his way inside the bus, and
Damn.
lady screaming, the old lady, just like, oh god, it's like, and I'm just there like, oh hell, well, we're on vacation, we're on vacation, and I'm
On
just like,
vacation.
well,
Shit.
yeah, it was
I didn't know
pretty
it was
crazy.
like that.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
Wow.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta
I've heard
like
that
not
about
wear
Rio.
jewelry and like look
Yeah.
like blend in as much as possible.
Yeah, put your wallet like.
Not speak if
in
you
your
don't speak
fucking shoe and
Portuguese.
shit.
I've always wanted to go to that Rock in Rio concert.
Oh my god, yes.
You said
Yes.
Diego could see it from his
Yeah, he
apartment
happened
or
to
something?
live near a building was nearby that area, huge area.
Yeah.
So he got to see a bunch of free concerts, Coldplay, a bunch of people
That's
just
so
all there,
cool.
Metallica,
Well,
like
Coldplay.
everybody. Yeah, I mean, he just random bands that
Yeah.
would go, But yeah, he got to see a bunch of people, and he grew up
That's
with
so
that.
cool.
So that was pretty
That's dope.
cool. Yeah.
Have you always lived in Texas?
No, I'm actually from Phoenix, Arizona.
All right.
Cute.
I moved down
Arizona.
here, 8 years ago this month.
So you're used to the heat then. It gets hot there too, huh?
Yes, I think it's worse there.
Really?
Well, that's straight desert.
Oh,
I mean, that's like
it gets
freezing
hotter and
cold
hotter
at night.
towards-
It was
right.
117 there yesterday.
Holy
Fuck.
shit. No
My
thanks.
sister's
I'd die.
and her boyfriend just broke up, so she was moving her shit out of his
Oh,
apartment in this
hell.
heat.
Oh no.
Nah.
She was like, I can't even ask my friends to help because it's so fucking
Oh.
hot.
They're like, fuck
leave
no,
it.
girl.
Yeah, I would have just left it. So like, I'll get new
Sell the-
stuff.
We'll buy you new things. Take you
Yeah.
shopping.
Lived there for 20 years.
20 years.
Damn. Yeah.
Wow. So you've been here for
8.
8?
8 years? Oh, okay. That way.
Yeah, we're new here. What's the craziest like storm? And have you seen tornadoes or anything yet?
No tornadoes. My old house flooded once,
Oh.
like at least 6 inches. All of our electronics
From like
were ruined.
rain or like pipes busting?
Rain.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
What? And that was in Waco?
Yeah, that was
my
here
gosh.
in Hewitt.
Oh, and you.
Really?
But really, only a few houses on our street flooded because we lived on a street that was like this, and there
Oh.
was like a canal right there
Yeah.
in the little ditch, and we were the house right next to it.
Oh.
So the 4 or 5 houses like right there next to that
They
ditch
all got
flooded
it.
because it was just raining too fast for it to
Even filter.
drain.
Yeah, the first night we moved here, they had like a bunch of floods and shit. That's why when we bought our house, we bought that shit on a hill.
Yeah. We bought
Yeah.
it on the hill.
We're like, fuck it, we're last to
Top
go.
of the
dude.
hill. Not fucking with water.
I saw super crazy when I went to LA last time. I drove by myself and I got to a party. It was I think it was in Arizona. And
Yeah, I think you said it was like right before Arizona. You were going through New Mexico.
Yeah, it was like somewhere right close there.
Yeah.
But all these cars like pulled over on the sides of the road and shit. And it's like me and like our 2 dogs. And I'm like driving like, why the fuck is everybody pulling over, right? And then the sky like just fucking turns black, right? And it's just starting to like do that swirl shit.
No.
And I'm like, fuck, dude. And then all these bikers are like over and they're like
Oh
shaking
no,
their heads.
they're fucking
Yeah,
gone.
Yeah,
they're like
goners.
they're like shaking their heads and shit, and I'm like, and then I I had my GPS, so I looked it up, and then it said like 30 miles away the weather was fine. So I had to fucking
book it.
I'd just go 30
Booked
miles,
it.
and everybody got off the highway except for me. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, dude.
Why did they look it up?
You just stepped on it.
Yeah, I'm in a big fucking V8, dude. So I hit it, and I was doing like 110 just on a straightaway.
shit.
I feel like if I thought a tornado was coming, I wouldn't sit there and wait for it.
Yeah.
Like, there's
Yeah.
no way.
Yeah, I was doing like a $110, just hauling ass. And then in the top of the sky, I'd never seen this shit before. And I used to travel all the time with music and stuff. Never seen this shit before. But I saw like, it would look like fingers. It was like tornadoes in the sky.
Oh, yeah,
They were like-
yeah.
like
Coming
Started to
down.
come
Yeah.
down. They hadn't
Yeah.
touched down
Yeah,
yet.
they were just like
Yeah.
coming out of the clouds like that. And I was like, holy fuck. And it's all, it's hella windy. I was like, hang on, Grim.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but I made it out of there before.
Your little puppy sidekicks.
Yeah.
Like we're in Kansas anymore.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy. We're just used to earthquakes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. See, that's why Arizona was cool. We didn't have rainstorms.
None
We
of
didn't
that.
have earthquakes. We didn't have tornadoes. Like we had
said the heat.
monsoons.
No living creatures.
Yeah. Well, we got coyotes and shit, but
Yeah.
Oh, they're crazy. Oh.
not in the middle, but on the outskirts. But
Yeah.
yeah, there was like no crazy storms except dust storms in Phoenix. Here it's like at least once a year there's a really bad lightning thunderstorm or
Yeah,
really
lightning's
bad
fucking nuts.
rainstorm.
Yeah. We're in the middle of it all. So you get like a mix of everything. Everything happens.
As
Even
long as we
snow.
don't have hurricanes.
We can't.
I-
We're too
Yeah,
inland.
we're too in the
we're too
middle.
far.
We're too
Yeah.
far inland. That was the one thing when we were deciding where to move. I was like, I do
Don't
not want to
be on
go
the
too
Gulf.
close to the coast.
Yeah.
Hurricanes, no thank you.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
We got time for another sponsor.
Yes, we do. This episode is also brought to you by Mod Ministry. Mod Ministry merch creates for the edgy woman, the kind of woman who works hard but plays much harder, who embraces femininity but tests the societal limits. We are not for the faint of heart. We are bold. We are beautiful. Check out the Mod Ministry Etsy page for handmade harness lingerie, 5-star rated seller since 2014.
Yeah, strap that shit on.
Sexy, sexy.
So what is like? So you have to deal with a bunch of like obviously grieving people, but you probably run into a lot of crazy people too, right?
Actually, most of our families, I feel like they're already expecting it, and
Oh, okay.
I've only come across a few families that are actually like torn up, and that's usually the babies and the ones
Oh, fuck.
that like it happened suddenly, like suicide or
My heart sank when you said babies.
Yeah.
Worst fear.
Shout out to Bane Draco.
yeah.
But what about like,
Sad.
like say it's like an elderly person, like grandparent that dies. Do you ever get like almost like a bridezilla for like a loved one that's planning the whole thing, or?
Oh, the worst is when they come in with like 18 people to try to plan this funeral, and everyone wants something different, and
Yeah.
everyone's disagreeing, and they're all bridezillas at this point, and they're like, well, we want this music. Well, we don't want this music. She didn't like that music. Well, she didn't like that dress. Why are you putting in her that? Why are you putting her in that? Or she didn't like this color. Why are you like putting that in her video? And so there's just like, yeah, they're all bridezillas, and we do get that a lot. But we gotta sit back and like, all right, well, y'all figure this out. I'm gonna do me.
Yeah. You just sit back
lock 'em in
get
a room.
paid and wait till you decide.
Yes.
After seeing the whole process and everything, would you want to be buried or would you want to be cremated? Cremated.
Yeah.
Like throw me in the oven, be done with it.
Flush me down the fucking toilet. I don't care. Cremate me.
Have you ever had to put makeup on somebody that you knew before they passed away?
No. I don't know anyone in Texas,
Yeah.
really.
Oh,
so-
right.
Would that trip you out if that happened?
I don't know.
Like say,
I feel like I'd do it, but like I'd probably be crying the whole time. Like,
Yeah.
what if Brianna?
Oh, Brianna.
What if Brianna died?
I can guarantee I'm the only person doing her makeup. She'd be
Yeah.
like, don't let
Yeah,
anyone else
she'd
touch
look
my
in
face.
the
Yes.
Shout
She
out
would
to
be looking
Brianna.
fly.
I don't know. It'd probably take me like several tries. Like
Yeah.
I'd like get a little bit done. I'd have to step out like.
Yeah.
But no, I've never had to do anyone that I know. I have done people who I know,
Oh,
like somebody that I know, like their family member or something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then sometimes...
Do you feel extra pressure when somebody's like, hey, can you do my grandma's
Yes.
makeup?
Oh, I bet.
Have you ever had it come up? I used to be a tattoo artist for 10 years. In the early years, like, you know, not every project goes how you want it to go. Do you ever have like some makeup where either like it's too hot that day or just for whatever reason their skin's weird or face melted at the last minute?
They're not happy.
Like the family's not happy?
You ever run into that?
Not with makeup, with hair.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Hair, because all I get is a picture. Like, hey, here's how her hair, here's how she wore her hair. Here's how we would like her hair to look in the casket.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
So
could be
I
hard.
so I try to like
What if she had a beehive
do the
hairstyle?
best. And a lot of the pictures I get are from like 40 years ago when they had like a full head of hair,
Oh, yeah.
and it was not gray, and it was
Yeah.
just like longer, and like and then I walk in the room and it's like there's almost nothing there.
that's
and
hard.
yeah, and it's shorter or it's longer, and I'm like, okay, well,
Do you
I need to
do you
I
have
need to
to
cut it?
ever
or-
dye their hair, or do you like hit it with some hairspray?
I
or
haven't, but
spray paint?
there have
Yeah.
been requests before too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I won't unless they request it, but
But you can if they
Yeah.
do request
Mhm.
it. Oh,
You
I
actually
didn't
would
know
like
that.
dye it, or would you just hit it with some spray paint or something?
oh no,
You don't spray paint hair.
You just get a little
no,
bit of like black or something. Just
I've actually seen
Yeah,
where they
colored.
dye it during the embalming process. While they're on the embalming table, they have to bathe you. They have like, you know, there's a table that just drains. So while you're being embalmed,
Yeah.
they put the hair dye in your hair and they let it sit, and then they rinse it out just right along with everything else on the table.
Wow, crazy.
that's fucking risky because I've been dyeing my hair different colors since I was a kid, and I'll tell you now, like, if you have to dye your hair black or something, it can totally easily stain your skin. And if your skin's all like dead and fucked
Yeah.
up, like
Yeah, that's true.
how do you get that off?
And you got her trying to cover up all the stains.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, if I get some hair dye on me or something, I have to like scrub the shit out
Yeah.
of it. Like I can imagine like just the skin like ripping off or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Does it just rip easy?
It depends on how long they've been dead.
Yeah.
There's a thing called skin slip.
Yeah, yeah. My uncle Corky, when he died, they didn't bury him for like 2 weeks. They didn't have the funeral for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And he died because of heat stroke because of the temperature in Marysville.
Oh shit.
And yeah, like when I went to his funeral, he didn't look like himself. He looked like
Yeah.
Depending on how you die is how well you will embalm. Like if you die from something super traumatic like heat stroke, you don't embalm as well, and like your face and your neck can swell up, or like heart attacks, that's really common too.
Huh.
If you just die from like old age, you embalm pretty well, but certain stuff like that, like you just
Yeah.
like there's nothing you can really do about it. You probably won't look like yourself in the casket.
Oh wow.
What about like tattoos? Do you ever like take a shirt off a body and they have like some funny tattoos?
No, I don't know that I've ever seen a tattoo.
Really?
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 Shit.
Is it mostly older people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's been a
That's
few,
been
you know, middle-aged,
Yeah.
but yeah, mostly older
Yeah,
people.
that older generation didn't quite get into the tattoos yet.
Yeah.
The oldest person I've seen was 105, I think.
Damn.
Wow.
That's too long to be living in Waco.
Wow. Yeah. No.
From what I shouldn't talk about her.
You could just
She lived a good life.
call her June.
She was buried with beer.
Oh, okay.
Go
She
girl.
There you go.
lived a good life.
If you could have one thing in your casket, what would you bring, Susanna?
Diego.
Diego. Yeah.
He's coming down, baby. I told him 1,000 times, you are not going to be widowed and fine walking
Yeah.
out there in the world and being all happy. Well,
Getting a
you
new
know what?
wife and
no,
shit?
I'm
No.
going to kill you. No, I'm not
You,
going to kill
what
him.
would you bring?
A Monster Zero, so fucking sponsor me.
Oh my god.
What about you?
I'd probably bring. Oh gosh, I don't know.
I don't know.
I would bring
A harness.
a heart. Yeah, I'd be dressed in some sexy ass lingerie. Definitely. I'd bring a ball gag.
It's like she wanted it right there.
Not your wedding ring, not a picture of Bane.
Oh, of course, all that stuff's gonna be.
All that plus the ball gag.
Vibrator.
What would you bring?
This is weird. And I've actually thought about this before. If I
Yeah?
was buried, I'd want all of my dog's ashes in my casket.
But what if
with
they
me.
live longer than you?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
gotta kill
obviously
them.
not. Did you guys hear about the
Kill
lady
'em.
recently that had her dog put to sleep because she specifically wanted it buried with her?
Oh, wow.
No.
That's
I
crazy.
heard that like 2 weeks ago. She had her dog. She said it in her will. She was like, "If I die before my dog, I want him put to sleep so he can be buried with me."
Why don't you just wait and then get one of those little urn things?
I don't know why
next
that's
to
worse
it?
than killing my husband.
Yeah, that's like crazy.
That's crazy.
That seems mean.
Yeah. But
I mean,
I don't know. I see attachment though. Like we were talking about last episode. If I got bit as a vampire, I'd bite my dogs so they'd live with me.
aw.
Yeah.
For sure.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't kill them just to be buried with me.
No.
Nah.
No, I have people that would watch them.
Yeah. And then once they did die, just bury him next to me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, we're getting towards the end.
Oh, we
You guys
are.
got
Wow.
ready for some
right.
life in the comment section?
Life in the comment section. Go ahead, Susanna.
Yes, we have a comment from Instagram from Bitter Batwing. He says, I can't wait until next Wednesday because I go home and get to catch up on the episodes that I've missed, soon to miss. Haha. And little bat and skull face.
I think that dude works on a boat, right?
Really?
We've talked about Bitter Batwing before.
He works on a boat? Like he works out in the oil rig or something
I
like
don't
that?
know. I could be totally
Let
wrong,
us know
dude.
what you do, better Batwing.
But
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
pretty
wanna
sure.
make assumptions.
I'm pretty sure he
Y'all acting
Goes
like
away,
you know
comes
everyone's
back.
life.
I think he goes on a boat. Maybe he's like a shrimp boat guy or something.
Dude,
No?
shrimp gumbo, shrimp tacos, shrimp everything. Shrimp salad.
I could eat shrimp all day long.
Isn't that weird though that people like want to watch this shit for 40 minutes and then they're excited to see it? I don't know.
It's not weird.
I'd be
I think we're
excited
pretty
to watch
cool,
it.
but-
Yeah, I think we're cool. And then I'd be like, yeah, read my comment.
I mean, I watch other people's podcasts and stuff.
I do.
Yeah.
I do binge
It's
on
just
their
strange.
stuff.
It's awesome though.
All right, this next one comes from someone that we know, Carol Manchester.
That's my aunt.
She
Cute.
said, I'm thinking a lifetime in prison might be better than hell. That dude did not think through his options all the way.
Oh, on the
What's this
last
referring
episode?
to?
Oh,
You
she's
did-
talking about the
Twilight
where-
Zone?
Yeah, where you're talking about the story, Twilight
Yeah, it's Twilight.
Twilight
You know,
Zone.
Zone.
It was a Twilight Zone where a guy sells his soul to the devil for immortality, and
Yeah.
then he has an escape clause where if he lives to a certain point, doesn't want to live anymore, he can tell
to
the devil and he can go to hell, and then he ends up framing himself for his wife's murder, and then he's gonna get electrocuted, but then the judge just gives him life in prison.
Oh no.
So he's like,
And
fuck.
he'll never die,
Yeah, he'll
so.
never die. So then he kills himself. But yeah, I don't know. I agree with her.
Yeah. Lifetime. Well,
I mean, if you
it's
can't
not
die,
just a lifetime. It's fucking forever.
yeah. And if you
Yeah.
can't die, because in that
Several
show he
lifetimes.
like tries to kill himself a bunch of times just for fun. He like throws himself in front of a bus
Yeah.
and jumps off buildings and shit. I would just fight the security guards until you can.
Yeah, if you can't die.
Yeah, just keep
So will he
making
age?
your way out of it.
Will he still age? He won't age. He'll stay young. Oh, so it's like
He actually, that's
umpiring.
one of his things. He doesn't trust the devil when he's talking to him. He says,
Yeah.
he's like, I'm gonna read the details because I know
Yeah.
you're gonna try to
The
fuck me
fine
over.
print.
Yeah. So yeah, cool, Aunt Carol.
That's a cool comment, Carol.
Thanks for watching, Carol. We
Bia.
love you.
Aw.
It's weird that my family like watches this.
Mine does too. I
think it's
some of
cool.
them.
Yeah, it's tight.
All right, so
Well, fuck. That was a fun episode.
Thanks
That went
for coming,
so
Brittney.
fast.
Hey, thanks for having
we
me.
had
This
a
was
fun
fun.
chat. Thanks.
Wait, I have one more question.
Oh yeah, we gotta give shout outs too.
And that too. Shout out to my husband. But like all quick. But when the people are dead, do they stink? Even though they've already been embalmed and you're like starting to work on them, do they smell?
If they're embalmed, no.
Oh, because there's no smell at all.
Nope.
No.
Because once the blood's drained, that's what oxidizes and makes your body stink.
The blood.
Yeah.
But when you're embalmed, it's
Some
drained
Dexter
out.
shit.
So
Are
I
the
thought that
embalming
was
guys like normal or are they creepy dudes?
Why
some
do you
of them,
assume they're dudes?
Are they ladies?
Are they dudes?
Yeah, actually,
Right?
I've actually worked with 2 female embalmers and 2 male embalmers also, actually.
All right.
But
Are they creepy?
Yeah, are they kind of off?
the men are.
See?
I knew it. I hope my coworkers don't ever watch that. The women
Nothing
are normal.
personal coworkers.
No, I'm actually really good friends with one of them.
Yeah.
My female coworkers. Yeah.
It's dope.
Would you be cremated or buried?
Cremated.
Yeah.
And yeah, I want to be a tree. I told them put me in a
I
tree.
thought that was
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
cool too. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, something like that. Throw ashes there or in the ocean. I don't know.
Yes. What about you?
I don't
I'm gonna be
buried.
buried with like a fucking headstone that has like a LCD screen on it.
What?
Oh my
what?
god.
That has my highlight reel.
What would be the theme song?
The
One of
tree
the
thing.
fucking
Yeah.
Necro Electric
Yeah.
song.
That's cool too.
Yeah, it was awesome.
We get magazines at work for like different ways of being
I guess
done
remembered.
off with.
Wow.
But yeah, and I saw that one time. I was like, oh my gosh! They
That's
just
so
like
cool.
curl your body up in the fetal position,
And they
grow
plant
you into a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I don't know. It'd be kind of weird though. You could haunt the tree.
Probably get pissed on, you know,
Do you
a
have
bunch of
like?
dogs.
Can you just plant the tree anywhere, like in your backyard?
Oh,
No?
You have to have a permit.
Oh, okay. In
Yeah.
that case, I
'Cause
changed
I was
my
gonna
mind.
say.
So what happens
If you were cremated first and then your ashes were like mixed in with the tree somehow.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
but with an actual body, you have to have a permit.
Yeah.
Oh, so I can't just do
You
it in my backyard.
could. It would be a very long process to have to be able to do that. But
Yeah.
you technically could get buried in your backyard, but it would be expensive and long process.
What if you become a tree, right? And you're all haunting your little tree that you are now, and then somebody comes and hangs themselves on it.
Oh
Right?
my god!
Why would you even go there?
And then you have to
Who's
deal with
gonna
them.
do? What
for
are the
rest
odds of that?
Everything was
Brianna
great.
told a story about
Somebody
other
gets
dude,
hanged in the bag and
Oh
they
yeah,
stay
the bloody
there.
bag. Yeah.
the bloody bag plus the other dudes like on our Instagram.
Yeah.
There was like hella stories about
Okay,
people.
You know,
sure. No one's gonna
my
hang
spirit
themselves
would throw
on
a
you.
fit and like
You
start
don't know
haunting
that. You're
people
getting-
and
if
shit.
you're getting hung on.
And I'd be fighting with that dead spirit that tried to take over my
Yeah, you're
tree.
like all chilling, like, oh, I'm in my
I'm
new
like,
forest
"Ooh,
home.
what the fuck? Get out of here!
Now there's a dude on you the whole time, like fucking haunting you, dude.
Oh my god!
All right. On that note, shout outs.
God, I shout out my husband.
Shout out to Diego. I hope you go before she does.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Then I'll be free
'Cause
to
she's gonna
roam.
take you out if you don't.
I'll be free to roam.
A shout out my best friend Bane and my beautiful wife and my homie Susanna and my new friend Brittney. And that's it.
Want to shout out to my dead family
Yeah.
looking over us.
Or they're here with
Probably
us.
cracking up like, what are these fools talking about?
Oh yeah, and Rick Glassman. If you guys haven't seen Rick Glassman, go to YouTube and look him up. He's hella funny.
Oh, the comedian.
I'm gonna shout out Brianna for introducing us.
Yay! Thank
And,
you, Brianna.
Yes, love you. And my boyfriend Aaron.
What's up, Aaron?
What up?
All right.
Does he like your job? What does he think?
I mean, he's never had a problem with it.
Yeah.
No.
Do my makeup.
I'll probably be taking care of his family someday.
Oh,
gosh.
snap.
Shouldn't
Sorry.
have said that.
Damn.
He can't watch this now.
It got dark.
All right.
Sweet.
Before we say anything else, we should go.
All right. All right, we'll see you guys next time. Later.